Hello, everyone. So, we've talked about the Kokoro TTS text-to-speech framework, and there's a lot of interesting phenomena going on with this text-to-speech AI model.
Hey, you are watching Benji's YouTube channel. This is text-to-speech using Kokoro in ComfyUI.
I've made ComfyUI custom nodes for it. This is actually based on another Kokoro ComfyUI custom nodes project. As you can see, I've listed all the credits for ComfyUI, the base project, and the Kokoro TTS engine, which is the AI model used for text-to-speech. The only thing I've changed here and made more convenient is how we use the model files. So we need two model files here. From the Hugging Face repositories, you can check out this link and download these two files. The thing is, we have a unified place to store all the AI models, which is in the ComfyUI subfolder. There's a models folder where I've dedicated this path for the Kokoro TTS. This folder doesn't exist in ComfyUI by default, so what you'll have to do is create it. As I've mentioned in the steps here, create the folder, go download those models, and put them into that folder. The result should look like this after you download the two files and create this folder underneath the Models subfolder. So you should have this folder first, and then drag those AI model files into it. Once that's done, you'll be able to run the custom nodes to generate text-to-speech in ComfyUI. I like managing files this way because when I'm downloading new AI models, it's easier to keep everything unified in one place. This way, it doesn't get too messy. The original method puts the files inside the custom node subfolder itself, which can be hard to manage when you have about 100 custom nodes installed in your ComfyUI. So instead, you can go to the ComfyUI Manager, click on the Custom Nodes Manager, and type in the keyword Kokoro. You'll see three results here. I'm using ComfyUI-KokoroTTS as the name of this custom node. This way, you'll be using my Kokoro text-to-speech version of the custom node and following this method of downloading the AI models into the Models subfolder. Once you've done that, you'll need to install the requirements.txt file, which includes some necessary Python libraries to run this. I've already included the requirements.txt in this custom node. If you're using the ComfyUI Windows Portable version, which means you have a Python embedded folder in the ComfyUI Windows Portable, you'll need to use that Python executable to run the pp-install command for the necessary dependencies. All those dependencies are already listed here. There's also a very easy, simple way to run this. You can go to the Workflow Examples folder. I've included two basic workflows here. One is a general text-to-speech workflow, and the other integrates Kokoro TTS with latent sync, which uses video or audio inputs to generate lip sync for character videos. We'll try that out in ComfyUI as well. So coming back to the custom nodes, you'll see the Kokoro TTS folder. Inside, you'll find the workflow examples where you'll see these two workflows available. I'm going to try the Kokoro TTS with latent sync because it's the same concept. Just the basic version of the workflow only has one custom node appearing in ComfyUI. That's all it is. Now let's go to ComfyUI. As you can see, this is the custom node for this installation. Once you have this, you'll be able to preview the audio or save the audio files. Of course, if you prefer that. Next, we need the input. By default, this uses a text box here. When you create the custom node in your ComfyUI diagram, I like to use the convert to widget input and put the text as an input for the connections. This way, I'm more flexible when I have multiple text strings. I can combine them and then send them as an input. This allows me to scale up the workflow for future development. Here at the bottom, there's another add-on for this workflow. I'm using the latent nodes for AI video lip sync with characters, but if you have another solution, you can use that as well. This isn't compulsory, it's just a demo of how you can use this workflow to generate text-to-speech audio and then bring it into a lip sync. So, let's try that out. I think I have this video here, and we can test it. Yes, I'm also using the load video by path node. This way, I'm more flexible. Even if I have many other videos, I can just point to the MP4 file location no matter where it's stored. That's why I prefer using this method. You can also use the video by upload node. Either way works. As you can see, my file name here is from NVIDIA Cosmo generated videos. So yeah, both methods work. And as I've talked about NVIDIA Cosmo in previous videos, this is one of those examples, using image to video to generate a character from an image I have. And then, eventually, you can imagine that once this workflow is scaled up, it can bring in any kind of AI video models using diffusion models to create short video clips. You can then pass the image frames to the video length adjuster here, which comes from the latent sync wrapper. I've talked about this previously in other tutorials. You guys can check those out. That's going to be a more complete workflow where you can create something from the ground up, like a full solution for creating videos and generating audio using the Kokoro Text-to-Speech. Let's say I have some text here. Let's change it to something else, like another short text. Of course, you can paste a whole paragraph here if your audio needs to be longer or if you need a longer video. But you'll have to measure how many image frames are enough to match the audio length. Otherwise, if you don't have enough image frames, you won't be able to generate longer videos. Once I've confirmed everything is set, we can start running this. It shouldn't take too long for this audio. As you can see, it's just generated about 2 seconds, so not too much. Maybe we can try something longer, like a poem. It should be able to handle that here. I think the maximum length for one short text input in the Kokoro TTS framework depends on how much your computer VRAM have. That's the current limitation, I believe. But so far, it works well for a lot of purposes. You can, basically paste a paragraph here and make it a 15-second audio speech. Then you can stack that with other generations for another paragraph if you need something longer. Okay, so we've got the generated result here, and I haven't done any image frame enhancements, no upscaling or color correction. The only thing we're doing is lip syncing using latent sync and generating audio with Kokoro TTS. Let's check out the result here.
To Benji AI Playground. Hey, welcome to Benji AI Playground. Hey, welcome to Benji AI Playground.
Yeah, so we've got the final result, and the lip syncing looks smooth. I mean, this depends on the engine or framework used for the last part here, which is latent sync. If you prefer using another framework, of course, you can do that. This is just my preference, and with the latest releases of AI tools, I like testing more with latent sync, so my example workflow here uses latent sync for demo purposes. But if you don't want to use that, you can just bypass this group, and the only thing you'll focus on for this topic is the ComfyUI-KokoroTTS node. That's the only node we need to worry about right now. Currently, it only has the default voice model for generations. Hopefully, Kokoro TTS will release a training pipeline that allows developers to create other languages and voices based on their framework. That would ideally allow for more customization so you're not just limited to the stock voices they provide. That would be a big improvement. We'll keep an eye out for that. Now, let's talk about long-form text. We can try that out here. Let's say I have no ideas, right? I can go to any language model, generate some comedy, a speech, or jokes, and then use the TTS to generate that. For example, I've got this long-form text, and we can try it out. Just for safety reasons and for better generations, I'd suggest cutting this text in half. We should be able to generate 2 paragraphs like this without any issues on most consumer PCs. If you have higher VRAM though, you can challenge yourself with longer text forms like this. So let's try it out and see if it works. It might not work if the text is too long, but we'll see. Okay, so right now it's working. Actually, it's working pretty fast. My generation here is creating a 1-minute, 4-second audio from this text. I'm using just 12 seconds in this generation, whereas the previous one, as you can see in the record, used latent sync to generate the video. But for 12 seconds to generate this, I mean, it's really cool and convenient. If you have local AI tools for text-to-speech, whether you're working on educational content, entertainment, or whatever, this is another alternative solution. Let's check out this audio and see how it runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about adulting. You know, that thing we all signed up for without reading the fine print. Yeah, I thought adulthood would be like a movie montage, me sipping coffee in a fancy suit, strutting through life like I own the place. But instead, I'm here Googling how to fold a fitted sheet at 2 a.m. while eating cereal straight out of the box. And let's talk about bills. Bills are like that one friend who never texts you unless they want something. Hey, it's your electricity bill. Pay me or I'll turn off your lights. Oh, cool, so now I'm living in the dark, eating cold cereal and pretending it's a vibe. But the real kicker? Laundry. Laundry is the ultimate betrayal. You wash it, you dry it, you fold it, and somehow it still multiplies. I swear I started with 3 socks, and now I have 47 single socks with no matches. Where do they go? Is there a sock dimension? Are they having a party without me? And don't even get me started on cooking. I tried to make spaghetti the other day, and somehow I ended up with a smoke alarm concert and a dish that looked like it was trying to escape the plate. I called it carbonara gone rogue.
Okay, so as you can see, it's going pretty smoothly for the Kokoro TTS framework. It's able to generate a pretty nice voice, although it's still a little lacking in some parts of the timeline. To be honest, it's not gonna, win or be better than 11 Labs because it's such a small AI model, just around 300 megabytes. How can you compare it with a system like that? So, I guess this is something you can run privately, locally, on your own machine. It's an alternative way to work on text-to-speech that's also able to integrate with AI agents, where the agents generate results and, during the main workflow, can report progress in a speaking manner to let users know about the status of the workflows. So yeah, that's how we can do it using ComfyUI custom nodes, another way to generate text-to-speech. I'll see you guys in the next videos. Have a nice day. See ya.